A very good evening to you watching Westnile Television. You're most welcome to the NILECAST this evening. My name is Dennis Oringi. Today is Tuesday, 30th of May 2023. Before we dive into the stories that we have prepared for you this evening, let us first have the headlines. In the headlines tonight, Arua District Council passes a budget of over 19 billion. Arua City residents react to President's signing of Anti-Homosexuality Act into law. And US to deploy visa restrictions over Anti-Homosexuality Act, says Blinken. These and more in today's NILECAST. Starting with our first story this evening, Arua District Council today passed a budget of over 19 billion Ugandan shillings with amendments after a serious heated debate where some of the councillors accused the district budget desk officers for always copy and paste information that have not been discussed by the 5 committee members. According to Nchandini Luigi, the Secretary Works and Transport Technical Services, Arua District, the financial year budget 2023-2024 has dropped slightly. However, he says that some sectors have improved in terms of allocation. Let's have more on that story.
Because every time the problem always arises around finance, because finance is the key of our district. You have continued to destroy our district. When finance is getting rotten, we are all getting rotten.
As a district to be there, monitoring is not being done, or supervision is not being done. For example, we have played a deep dive of this project of Oliver Street Secondary School. The first time it appeared in our budget, we said because it was initiated by another district, we had to move out from it. How come it is in our budget 3 times and we are not monitoring that project? Who is come to our district? Who is supervising it? For monitoring there is no money. For supervision there is no money. Committee sitting is no money. Inland travel you find 100 million. Traveling to where? Supervising who?
I am very grateful to be in Council of Arua to present our budget for financial year 2023 and 2024. Out of this budget, we expected to have around 5 sources of income, revenue. Under local revenue, we expect to raise around 567 million. And under DDEG, we expected to raise 2,123,913,000. Under conditional grant, 14,077,000. Under other government transfers, we expect to receive 1,562,000,000. Under our external financing, we expect to receive 1,611 shillings, giving us a total revenue estimate of 19,942,000,000 shillings for Arua District Local Government for financial year 2023 and 2024.
The Arua District Council sitting on the 30th of May 2023, having passed 19.9 billion budget, is a total decline to my own understanding. Because when more administrative units were created, before it was created, Arua District budget used to be over 100 million plus. Then when administrative units were created, Arua now remains with the 4 sub-county districts. So the revenue continued to decline. But in other sectors, there is improvement, slight improvement. Like in the water sector, our budget has improved. by at least 1.05%. Our roads, the agreement has gone even more than 20%. That's why you realize now we are going to have over 1 billion plus money meant for road, which means in terms of service delivery in the next financial year 2023-2024, which is starting on 1st July 2023, the road condition in Arua district is likely to improve.
The council members of Arua district local government for their seriousness in their submissions, and the submissions they are making clearly shows that they have the district at heart. Now the issues of local revenue where they have identified leakages, this one has been there for a very, very long time. The political leaders do not collect the revenues. It is the technical team that will collect the revenues. So in the process of collecting this, there are leakages. Now where leakages are, the only thing is to block those leakages. So what we have done as a district is the IRS integrated the revenue administration system is going to solve that. Because now we have put that in place, revenues will be collected and the documentation will be electronically.
There has been a divide because the debate has become so lively because of the vigilance of the political leadership when they realized that the technical people did not factor in very, very critical issues like the issue of monitoring, like the issue of committee meetings. Committee meetings are very, very important to inform the operation of the district. And also committee including all stakeholders monitoring of government projects. Also very, very important that the council has required CAO to commit himself that even when they are passing the budget, they are passing it with amendment. And I've really liked it. It has come out very frankly from the honorable councillors, especially in those representing the different sub-counties, that there is a high level of absenteeism at the lower local governments. In the sub-counties, the sub-county chiefs are not up to their game. The accountants and all these other extension workers and the like. So I am personally taking up this responsibility very, very keenly to ensure that people are accountable for the purpose for which they are in the offices. And it's not only about being present in the office, but it's also about being committed to your work. They must cease from being laissez-faire. They must cease from being lazy. They must cease from being indifferent to the situations of our people, so that service delivery is provided efficiently to our people.
More in our stories this evening. Moyo District local government leaders have expressed concerns about the delayed processes in decision-making by the central government, more especially the Ministry of Local Government, as far as implementation of some projects in the district is concerned. The issue was raised during Honorable Kuyusha Ingress Freedom, the State Minister for Northern Uganda, monitoring visit of the Development Initiative for Northern Uganda projects under the Office of the Prime Minister. The leaders have blamed the delay in service delivery to the lessened way by the Ministry of Local Government to take decisions for the implementation of the projects. Let us have more on that.
Central government and local government, I think there is a need for central government to work closely with the local government when it comes to this kind of contracts. Because I could see the efforts the district was making to try to seek for cancellation of this contract and writing to Kampala several times. And you know, the response took long. Actually, it is what has delayed us in terms of time. That decision, taking that decision took a lot of time. But I've also seen back and forth issues of variations. I've seen a lot of letters on that. And Kampala is still dragging their feet on taking the decision. And this will affect the district. Kampala now is the Minister of Local Government, UNCDF, Minister of Works, because I've seen letters written from the district over that, including the consulting engineer. I read through all those. Now, I think this 75, this slight delay is because of this. Because I've seen several letters on variation and meetings have been held several times, but decision is not taken. And the moment that decision is not taken, it's holding the district. I could see from the district there is will that this decision should be taken. I advise that this decision be taken so that this man completes the work. But there's still a delay in that decision. I don't know whether within the last 2 weeks a decision has been taken. But the letters I have read, that decision is still pending. So kindly, please collaborate with the district and sort that so that this man completes this work also within the remaining time.
Team of inspectors to verify these particular projects among others.
Sure.
So my humble submission is, from now when we are agreeing, let this roadmap be shared. Because for us as a ministry in charge of local government, we are interested party. Our interest is to ensure that as time is going, we shall be in touch with the cow to flag him how far. Now we are remaining with 1 month. What is next? What is on the table? So that at the end of the day, it is a win-win. There is no loser. Because if EU is not going to release the fund, who are the ultimate losers? Is the community. So I think let us work as a team to ensure that we achieve this together.
Arua city residents have hailed the president for signing the Anti-Homosexuality Act into law, saying that it will safeguard the country's cultures and morals. Parliament enacted the Anti-Gay Act in March, and President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni assented to it on May 26, although news about signing the law was made public only yesterday, Monday, 29th of May 2023. Let's have more.
Aware of the fact that DGF was cancelled, our societies are still moving on. That is the most positive aspect that I have taken up from there. Though DGF was cancelled, but still we are moving on as Ugandans. So, societies or the donors who feel that because of signing the Anti-Homosexuality Bill, endorsing it, making it a law, is going to affect them, and due to that they are now cancelling their donations to our country, they should go ahead and do it. But remember, as a society or as a community, we shall still stand strong and move forward, because I strongly believe these donations started coming after independence. Before the independence, we never received donations. Our predecessors, the people who were before us, our ancestors, we are not sustaining their standard of living on donations. How can a woman marry a woman and a man marry a man? Yet our scripture, our Bible, those who are Christians, our Bible tells us that we must go out to multiply. A grown-up young man, a grown-up young woman should leave the family of their parents and should get married. They should join one another to build their own families, which is independent. But when this issue of homosexuality came, where young people have been influenced by bribing them, by giving them money, it was something which was really against our culture and our religion.
The decision the members of parliament took and the president took to sign the bill was a very righteous decision. Amongst the few achievements he has, to me that is the most greatest achievement he has. Amongst the few achievements, that's the most greatest achievement. That has actually cleaned all those other bad things that might happen in this regime. That one, to me, that one signing is a hero in it. And we must stand firm. And I pity those Ugandan lawyers who went to court challenging that decision. I don't think Chief Attorney General should allow that to happen in Uganda. It shouldn't be allowed. So we are saying our team in the parliament were very right to say no, and the president was very right. And here, if we shall hear an NGO complaining of that, they rather be without the funds and they do right things than allowing men to use their ash.
Some of the national NGOs, there's been a challenge, even with the donors being there, even before the enactment of this act. Many NGOs have been struggling because the donor space, the donor funding space has been shrinking. Every year it keeps reducing, priorities keep changing, and NGOs have been struggling. Now with this, it's going to probably get worse. it's probably going to get worse, because many organizations are just writing proposals, waiting for call for proposals. You write and you spend the money, and that's it. Sustainability of these organizations with locally generated revenues has been a challenge, even for my own. So I do not want to say that it's because of this act, but I want to say that NGOs and CBOs need to start looking for ways in which they can locally generate resources to run their own operations, because there will come a time where there will be no funding for any of these activities from any foreign source.
Still related to the signing of the anti-gay law by President of the Republic of Uganda, leaders of Uganda's biggest religious denominations yesterday chorused support for President Museveni's decision to sign the Anti-Homosexuality Act into law, saying it will safeguard indigenous culture and morals and children. In yesterday's statement, Archbishop Kazimba noted that Church of Uganda support life and on principle disagrees with the penalty of death sentence in the anti-gay law for the offense of aggravated homosexuality, defined in the text of the Anti-Homosexuality Act as same-sex sexual acts with minors or vulnerable persons or by a serial offender. And to end our NILECAST this evening, Secretary of State Antony Blinken has said U.S. is considering deploying existing visa restriction tools against Ugandan officials and individuals over the Anti-Homosexuality Act. By Tuesday morning, ties between Uganda and U.S. appear to be on track to slippery path after President Museveni went ahead to enact the law, largely celebrated at home but facing much condemnation from foreign actors and interest groups. U.S. diplomacy chief Blinken says Washington is deeply troubled by Uganda's passage of the law that undermines the human rights, prosperity, and welfare of all Ugandans. Dear viewer, with that we have come to the end of our NILECAST this evening, Tuesday 30th of May 2023. Catch me again tomorrow early in the morning for the program The Kokuliriko Show, as I'll be making summary of some of these stories that we have been able to bring to your attention. If you have missed some of the stories this evening, do not forget tomorrow early in the morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I will be having a discussion around these stories that we have been able to present to you this evening. And do not forget to catch me again at exactly 7 p.m. tomorrow. Sometimes some program The NILECAST on Westnile Television. My name is Dennis Oringi. It has been a wonderful time having you watching Westnile Television through different platforms that we do have for you. Star Times channel 477, and also not forgetting the Zuku satellite channel 0073. And also those who have been catching us live using the YouTube page of the television, subscribe and also like the Facebook page of Westnile Television. Have the best of your evening. Good night.